This is CBC Nova Scotia News.
Summer scorcher. Temperatures soar as Nova Scotians find ways to enjoy and beat the heat. Art or graffiti. Beachside paintings of cartoons spark conversation in a scenic Nova Scotia community. And Man of Green Gables, a quirky new take on the maritime icon, is drawing millions of views online.
The heat warnings continue as we move into Saturday, staying active with a chance for showers and thunderstorms developing. Cooling off for Sunday. Your full forecast is coming up.
Good evening. After months of cooler temperatures, summer heat has arrived with a bang. It was a scorcher today. Environment Canada issued a yellow warning as the humidex made it feel like it was nearly 40 degrees. Municipalities and organizations were busy trying to make sure everyone had a place to cool off. While some kids, fresh out of school, were excited to make the most of it. We sent Carolyn Ray to see how people are coping.
You know it's hot when there's just one kid on a typically busy Halifax playground. But Poppy and her dad were basking in the heat.
I don't think the playground can compete with the pool. So I think that's where, at least by my count, that's where most of the kids are right now.
And he was right. The lineup at the Halifax Common Pool was full of eager young faces ready for a dip. The nearby splash pad was a scene of joy for most, but not all.
Like, you get that breeze and you get cold when you're hot, and I like it.
I don't really care. It's okay.
You're not as excited as your sister?
No.
With the sun blaring down, the temperature quickly soared. Finding a bit of shade was essential. City staff went out, making sure people sleeping rough had access to water, food, and portable fans. In the evening, they'll offer more supplies. People also sought refuge from the sun inside the Central Library, where they had several hundred more visitors compared to a usual day.
And we know that heat waves impact everyone in the community, and not everyone has a cool place to go. We have air conditioning, we have long hours, and everyone can come here, whether for 30 minutes, 3 hours, or all day long to cool off.
For some, these heat waves are all about the treats. Michael Yip was eager to get his hands on a white freezy.
The white freezy is key.
What is it about it?
I don't know, something that brings back childhood memories, I think. Probably the most reminiscent color.
Staff at Dee Dee's had a wild day of being around ice cream, but having no time to enjoy it themselves.
And it doesn't stop until like 6 o'clock or sometimes even 9 o'clock in the evening.
Those scoops add up. The ice cream shop expected to do double its usual sales, dishing out more than $6,000 worth by the time they shut their doors.
And it's just like constant, like scooping and like constant making of waffle cones. We go through about like 7 bins of like that, like a 20-liter bucket.
Whether it be a bucket of ice cream or a blast of water, everyone was looking for a way to cool off. Carolyn Ray, CBC News, Halifax.
Oh yeah, Ryan, it was definitely an ice cream kind of day.
Yeah, 2 scoops for sure.
And eat it fast.
Yeah, eat it very fast. These are the days I say to my kids, just get it in a cup, because we all know what happens, right, with the tears. Melting very fast at 34, the high in Halifax downtown today, 35 in Western Head. We were into the 30s for many today. Yeah, impressive heat. And you talk about the humidity, it was feeling more like 37 to 42 with that humidity. The heat warning continues for the mainland. Not quite reaching warning criteria in Cape Breton, but still very hot, and another hot and sticky one tomorrow. Down a degree or 2 in most cases, but still right near 30 degrees for many. Feeling into the mid to high 30s when we factor in the humidity. The good news, some relief in sight as we watch the front come through and the muggy meter dramatically crashing with a fresher air mass Sunday into next week. Full forecast is coming up, Amy.
All right, we'll talk soon. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.
Well, 16 pilot whales are dead after stranding on Sable Island. A member of the Sable Island Institute spotted the whales during a routine beach survey on Sable Island Natural Park Reserve last month. Parks Canada reported the incident to the Marine Animal Response Society. The society says the area was too remote for intervention or rescue.
When it's that far off, it's even more problematic and typically even more unlikely we can do anything, just because the size of the animals, the size of the group of the animals, you need a lot of people, you need special equipment. And Sable has extra hazards about being in the water related to currents, related to predators like gray seals and sharks and whatnot. So there's extra layers of even, logistics and safety issues that are at play as well.
The Society is looking into the stranding and hopes information collected will help it better understand the natural phenomenon. A doctor accused of sexually assaulting patients in hospitals in Nova Scotia and New Brunswick has delayed his plea again. Sanjeev Sir Paul is accused of sexually assaulting a patient in Sackville, New Brunswick last year, and is also facing charges in Edmundston and Amherst. The 39-year-old was scheduled to elect and enter a plea in Moncton Provincial Court on the Sackville charge. Instead, his lawyer said he did not have sufficient disclosure from the Crown. The case has been delayed several times in the past few months. Trial dates have been set starting this fall for his other charges. The province is aiming to power public housing with clean, renewable electricity starting next year. A new agreement with Renewable Energy will see the company's Mersey River Wind project in Queens County supply the power. Minister of Housing John White says the deal will lower emissions while protecting public dollars. The agreement is for 10 years. The province says it will avoid $25 to $50 million in electricity costs. Well, a series of unauthorized paintings on boulders along a beach in the valley have sparked a conversation about what is art and what is graffiti, and whether a natural setting is the right place for them. The CBC's Francis Willick reports.
A recent sunny day in Margarettsville drew locals and visitors to the beach to enjoy the weather and natural beauty. But in the past couple of years, a human touch has altered the landscape, with characters from SpongeBob SquarePants and Super Mario. The designs were made with permanent paint on large boulders that line the beach access road. Luann Hartman is the general manager of the Art Shack Gallery, located just steps away from the boulders.
It's just, Margarettsville's a lovely, quaint little village, and to come down and this is your first impression sometimes is probably not what we like to see.
Hartman believes the rocks are not an appropriate place for this kind of self-expression.
But to me, it borders graffiti. It is illegal, and that's part of that. It's, like I say, I don't like to squash expressionism in art. It's just where you express it is the problems.
Adam Lemieux is the president of the Margarettsville Shore Society, which works to preserve the community's waterfront.
As far as graffiti goes, it could be a lot worse, but I mean, for the Shore Society, the bottom line is these rocks were placed here by the community to protect the community, and they're actually placed on privately owned property, so it is vandalism. It's something we discourage, and it's something that we intend to get rid of.
Lemieux says members of the society have spoken with the adult who created most of the paintings.
It didn't take a lot of sleuthing to find out who had done the work, and we did reach out to them, and they weren't particularly interested in helping to get rid of it.
The society has previously tried to power wash some of the paintings off and is now planning to try a sandblaster. But not everyone is eager to see SpongeBob and his friends fade into oblivion. Angel Fonseca was visiting recently with her dog Aspen. She says the paintings are cool and she doesn't mind that they're in a natural environment.
I think it's great to be able to blend the two, nature's beauty in addition to art that is created by humans. It kind of shows how we can cohabitate together.
Francis Willick, CBC News, Margarettsville.
A new website has launched to try and refute misinformation about homelessness in the Annapolis Valley. The site was created by the Kings County Homelessness Advisory Committee, which is made up of representatives from more than a dozen organizations. Its purpose is to answer questions from the community, including more than 160 questions raised at a public meeting in January.
There is a sense in the community that we need to do a better job helping the homeless. We need to do a better job of helping in the homeless in a way that that is acceptable to the community, that reduces friction between the homeless and the community. We want to do that.
The website will act as a hub for information on the homeless situation in the area and include stories about the people experiencing homelessness and those trying to help them. Dalhousie University is getting ready to offer a new major in artificial intelligence through its computer science department. The new concentration will combine education about AI as it exists now and the math and fundamentals behind the technology. It will launch in the next 2 years, making Dalhousie the first university in Atlantic Canada where students can major in AI. A computer science professor at the school, who is also one of Canada's AI research chairs, hopes the new concentration will give the Atlantic region a competitive edge as artificial intelligence takes root across the country.
If students wanted to really get into AI, there were options available to them, so it's not entirely new from that point of view, but kind of structuring an entire experience for the students and, connecting them to possible internships or other kind of ecosystem partners has not really been part of like a structured majors before. So part of it is also making sure that the students are ready for the kind of positions that are going to be available and the kind of, organizations that are interested in hiring for AI experts.
The federal government is projecting the creation of 250,000 new AI-related jobs over the next 5 years. We've heard of Anne of Green Gables, but what of Man of Green Gables? A shop in Prince Edward Island is reeling in attention from one employee who takes on the persona in a series of social media videos. The CBC's Stacey Janzer went to check it out and even got in on the act.
Red braids, green dress, straw hat. You may be thinking Anne of Green Gables, but do you know Man of Green Gables? His videos are racking up the views. One has more than 1 million on Instagram.
Welcome to a day in the life with Man of Green Gables. It's unbelievable. Like sitting at home just watching the views go thousands a minute. Like it's a feeling that you can't really capture unless you've lived it. Welcome back to a day in the life with Man of Green Gables.
Back in May, the shop owners wanted to put up videos to showcase their store. Enter Jack Pickering. He's 16 and teenagers know social media. He put on the Anne outfit and the magic happened.
Standing there working and suddenly someone comes up and is all, "Oh my God, I love your videos. You're so cool." It's a nice feeling. Like it feels good. Here at Shop and Play, we have our famous Anne dress-up parlor.
The most watched video is a behind-the-scenes look at how to become Anne.
We have sizes of dress that fit everyone. We'll dress you up on the dress, wig, hat, pick a bouquet of flowers in a carpet bag, and get your photos done. It's full of laughs and fun, and I've never met someone who didn't enjoy it.
He even helped me put on the outfit. I think we could be related.
What do you think resonates with you, Anne of Green Gables? What is it?
Anne was a very accepting person, especially for her time. She looked at everyone as human and cared for everyone the same. And I think that's something we need a lot more of in this world, and that's what I love so much about Anne. And even after 100 years, that story, it's still bringing people together in unity, and I love that.
These two New Brunswickers met over TikTok and came to the store specifically after seeing Man of Green Gables online. Robert Bourgeois wasn't expecting to see Jack at the store today, but scored a photo.
Very privileged to do that because I've been following on TikTok, so this is cool.
On their way to Green Gables. And how's this for a visitor? A former Anne herself, actress Megan Follows, who played the character in the miniseries in 1985.
Will the real Anne please stand up?
It was incredible getting to meet Megan Follows, the original Anne of Green Gables. It's so cool, like Man meeting Anne. It's awesome.
The videos are good for business too. Not only are they fun, the shop says it's planning to hire more staff to keep up.
The views went super wild, super fast. Jack was still messaging me at 11 o'clock at night that night saying, "Hey, we're here, we're here." Yeah, we're all a little shocked that it went so viral so fast.
I drink my favorite raspberry cordial.
Fall says the videos are a team effort, from the ideas to the shooting and editing. Stay tuned for more as the summer goes on. Stacey Janzer, that's Stacey with an E. CBC News, Borden.
There's a leafy look down Connaught Avenue in Halifax. Ryan is up next with full weather forecast. Stay with us. right, Ryan is back with his full weather forecast. So yeah, a really hot day today, another one tomorrow, and then some relief.
Yeah, some much needed relief for Sunday, and that's still going to be a nice day, but noticeable difference in the drop in humidity and the temperature as well for Sunday, but still a pretty nice day overall. Today, as you can imagine, Amy, was a very popular beach day.
Yes.
Have a look at this. This is Lockport Crescent Beach in Shelburne County. And as we roll the time lapse, hopefully it will roll here. Maybe it won't roll. Well, we'll try. There's a live shot.
Okay.
I'm gonna try it one more time. Let's see if it'll go. Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Okay, a little stubborn, but like the day, a little stubborn to get going. But then off to the races, and absolutely, you can see that it was a pretty busy spot today. Once they arrived in well, I wouldn't say droves, but there was a pretty good few people there enjoying the beautiful weather. Again, Lockport Crescent, and there's that live shot right now. Yeah, still a few beachgoers at this hour, and it is always nice to hit the beach in the evening as well. Any way you can beat the heat, that's the way to do it right now, with the heat warning still in effect for tonight. Overnight lows, as you will see, are going to be in the 16 to 20 range. Look at the temperatures. Even right now, it's still 34 in the Halifax area, 31 at the airport, 32 Kentville and Greenwood. So we're not really far off our daytime highs. And then when you factor in the humidity, still feeling mid to high 30s, some 40s out there, feeling 40 in Greenwood right now. The winds, thankfully, a bit of a breeze today from the west. And yeah, some gusts in the 30 to 40 kilometer per hour range. We do have a few isolated showers and thunderstorms that have been developing. This one here that's been sailing in and around the Pictou County area, just south of New Glasgow. That earlier cell kind of fizzled away as it moved to Antigonish County, that is. And a couple of clouds and maybe an isolated shower in around the Bedore Lakes region as well over the last few hours. But overall, it's been pretty quiet, though the potential is there that we will still see an isolated shower or thunderstorm for the next couple of hours. And you can see the heat dome that continues to move from the Gulf right up into the Great Lakes and here into the Maritimes. As we look at temperatures across the country, just 20 in Vancouver, 12 in Whitehorse. It's been cooler on the west coast, and of course in Newfoundland, not really tapping into this hottest of heat either. Now, that chance for an isolated shower, rumble of thunder will continue through this evening into the overnight. Not much risk into Saturday morning, but yeah, the best chances will be for the next hour or two. And then for Saturday afternoon, it looks a little more widespread, and once again, the northeast is going to be our best chance. So there's the model indicating the potential, at least for the next couple of hours. Everything quiets down late evening, and then as we time things out into tomorrow morning, pretty quiet, some fog patches, and then off to the races with another very hot day. And in that daytime heating, once again, in the northeast is going to be our best chance for seeing a thunderstorm, but can't rule it out back towards central areas as well. Looks pretty quiet from start to finish through the Yarmouth area, Digby County, until we move into Saturday evening. And you can see this is going to be our front starting to move through Saturday evening into the overnight. And that's where we'll run the risk of seeing a shower come through, maybe a rumble of thunder, and that relief on the other side of that front. 22 to 27 across Cape Breton to Morrill, feeling more like the high 20s to low 30s when we factor in low to mid 30s, talking about Sydney. Yeah, it's going to be another warm one there for sure. But note temperatures for tomorrow will likely be about a degree or two cooler in most cases, but still very hot, feeling into the mid to high 30s here through central areas, and similar story for western areas of the province. And then, as I said, that front will come through. Note the wind direction for Sunday. Yeah, it's from the north. We'll see an isolated shower. Hardly worth mentioning, but the potential is there for the northeast on Sunday. I do have highs near 20, but with the water temperatures around 16 to 18, that's likely where we'll be closer to the coast, and then 22 to 25 for inland areas. And yes, that fresher air mass will continue right through next week. As we take a quick look at that muggy meter, you can see it's pretty much crashing and staying there in the summer sweet range right through at least mid next week, Amy. So some relief there.
It looks like a good stretch.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.
The soggy weather has been a challenge for PEI potato growers trying to plant this spring. It's taken longer to plant than usual, which farmers say is tough when they're already facing high costs to plant. But one crop is doing well so far in 2026. New potatoes are a hot seller. The CBC's Nancy Russell reports.
The wet weather on PEI has caused problems for potato growers trying to get the 2026 crop in the ground, and for this crew of young workers harvesting new potatoes, even on a wet, muddy day.
We couldn't dig yesterday. It's not great digging today.
These new potatoes were planted in April under a special material that covers the rows.
Like fabric that goes over the 18 rows. And it basically just creates a greenhouse effect. The sun can get through it, but the heat doesn't get out. And then, yeah, just greenhouse, and it keeps the warmth in.
PEI potato fields are planted now, but some growers only finished at the end of June.
It was a wet, cool spring, and the rain that we had in the month of May and to date has been above normal, and that caused a lot of delays.
Planting took longer, and it was also more expensive.
Certainly from an efficiencies point of view, people, equipment, and it's always most efficient when you can start and kind of keep at it. So a lot of stops and starts, delays can be more inefficient and more costly.
The slower start comes on the heels of a tough 2025, with drought conditions hitting the industry hard.
Direct and indirect effects in the economy, PI, it's probably was over $500 million.
Donald says the contract price for island producers who grow potatoes for processing is the same as last year, but contract volumes are down 10% as demand for fries and other products stalls across North America.
There's decreases in many other production areas across North America. It's a tough market for both our processor and the growers.
Back at Vissers, they're going to keep on digging new potatoes despite the mud.
Yeah, we have 3 new stand locations and 5 more stores. So we're selling quite a few more this year.
People in PEI's potato industry are hoping the growth in demand for new potatoes is a sign of better things to come for all of them in 2026. Nancy Russell, CBC News, Orwell Cove.
Coming up, there's a concerted effort to stop 2 new natural gas power plants from being built in Pictou County.
National, Canada's newscast.
Nova Scotia is charging ahead with an ambitious plan to green its power grid. But keeping the lights on when the wind doesn't blow is sparking a fierce local battle. Tonight, Taryn Grant takes us to Pictou County, where the province's transition to renewable energy ironically relies on building new gas-burning power plants.
Power lines and wind turbines. Nova Scotia is building a lot of both. It's part of a plan to turn the power grid green. But the wind doesn't always blow. Renewable energy needs a backup. Down bumpy back roads in Pictou County, there's a fight brewing about the backup energy source the province has chosen.
Ooh, warm right in there.
Raina McDonald has been putting down roots here for more than 15 years. She and her husband have been raising their children and building a homestead.
So it would not be easy to transplant the life that you've created here elsewhere.
No, we're very firmly rooted into these lands here.
But into these lands is supposed to come this. 2 of them, in fact. Gas-burning electrical power plants, similar to this one in Texas. They're often called peaker plants because they're only turned on at times of peak demand. Relying on fossil fuels as part of the green transition might seem paradoxical, but Nova Scotia is not alone in taking this approach.
Electricity demand in Canada is expected to double by 2050. So we will double our grid.
The Carney government is developing a national electricity strategy, and the Prime Minister says natural gas generation will be part of it. One of the plants could be less than 5 kilometers away, as the crow flies. A second one in another part of the same county.
This is way more than a not in my backyard story.
McDonald says she doesn't want this kind of power plant built anywhere.
We're passing quite a climate crisis over to our children right now, and any actions that feel like they're not moving towards doing better feel pretty wrong for me.
The independent energy system operator says that these power plants are necessary to achieve that green transition, to meet the clean energy goals that the province has set. Does that jive for you?
No, not at all. We know that there are alternatives in batteries. This is the logo, so...
McDonald is part of a local advocacy group that's formed in opposition to the power plants. Carbon emissions, air pollution, harm to animals that call the area home. Their list of concerns goes on. Some of the group's members are taking the matter to court, looking for a judicial review of the province's environmental assessments.
I'm not saying anyone did anything wrong. I just think it needs to be looked at in more detail.
Linda Cormier filed an application to Nova Scotia Supreme Court in Pictou this spring. She's one of 8 applicants.
And we're on the cusp of creating a brand new energy grid for Nova Scotia. Why not, have a really close look at how we're going about it?
So what's at stake if the gas plants go ahead?
The fate of this river, I would say.
In high school, Matt Russell would zip down to this tributary of the West River on his lunch breaks, angling for Atlantic salmon. That passion led him to become a marine ecologist.
Atlantic salmon and brook trout rely on specific portions of the river where they find cold, clean water, healthy freshwater productivity, and good spawning grounds.
About 1,000 meters upstream is where one of the power plants could be built. One of his fears is that wastewater discharged from the plant into the river's headwaters would elevate river temperatures.
As that water comes in, it mixes with the small river we have here, with the overpowering of that cold force that's protecting all these fish, effectively boiling the fish.
50,000 liters of wastewater could be released into the watershed each hour the peaker plant is in operation. But when I visited the grid operator in downtown Halifax, they revealed a surprising change in plans.
How much water and at what temperature would you be discharging into the watercourses in the area?
So the transition to a low water use technology means that we won't be discharging processed water into nearby watersheds.
So you're not going into 8 Mile Brook, 6 Mile Brook, Watercourse 1 at all?
The low water use technology won't require that.
No industrial waste into the watershed. This must be good news for the salmon, right?
The introduction of a massive fossil fuel plant, regardless of the technology being used, does not help a river. You can't destroy riparian forests, meaning the forests surrounding the rivers. You can't destroy the headwater marshes of the system and expect that to have a positive or a not noticeable impact.
That's why he and his team are still collecting data from the river, hoping they can prove how valuable this ecosystem is, or maybe, down the line, to show what kind of impact the power plants have. The grid operator did not pick these locations out of a hat. Both sites are at intersections of the province's central natural gas pipeline and a main transmission line, gas to feed the generators and power lines to carry it away. Then there's the question of a different technology: batteries. Nova Scotia already has some. Why not build more and avoid these controversial gas plants? The grid operator says that won't work. I asked Chris Milligan to show me why.
As you add more batteries to the system, their contribution to the reliability of that system, the marginal benefit that they bring, declines. And so you get less bang for your buck as you add more batteries to the system. We demonstrate that here for both 4, 8, and 12-hour batteries. You see that declining performance as you add more and more, that declining ability to contribute to the specific reliability requirements that we have in Nova Scotia.
Professor Lucas Swan, mechanical engineer and battery researcher.
We've taken them and we've stacked them here. And
he's showing me what these battery systems look like. This research setup uses old electric vehicle batteries. In practice, they'd be packed even tighter. Swan is a battery guy, but even he sees the merits of the gas plants.
If you had to pick, and you were told, pick between these two technologies and do it exclusively on the basis of reliability, I would pick the peaker plant.
But he says if you want to be truly green,
I'm of the opinion it would be nice to take an alternative technology solution to this. Obviously, I work in batteries. I think batteries are really great. And we cycle batteries back and forth here in the laboratory all the time, pushing and pulling electricity. So it truly represents an emissions-free way of getting a peaker plant.
2030 is the next big deadline for greening the power grid. By then, Nova Scotia is supposed to ditch its coal reliance, bring much more renewable energy online, and it's when some kind of backup system will become critical. 3.5 years is not much time to buy and build any energy technology, leaving even less time to settle the debate.
Coming up, Alberta is pitching a new oil pipeline to the south coast of British Columbia, and Ottawa is backing it. And as the death toll climbs in Venezuela, families are racing against time to identify the remains of lost loved ones. Welcome back. Canadians now know some of the details about a proposed Alberta oil pipeline, including where it will be routed and what investments will be made to get key players on board. But as John Hernandez reports, the project continues to draw mixed reactions.
You asked for it, we promised it, now we are delivering.
The Prime Minister and Alberta's Premier reaching a compromise on a new pipeline to the West Coast.
The best route for a new pipeline is one that goes through one that already exists, out through the Trans Mountain Corridor.
The proposed pipeline would run from Bruderheim, northeast of Edmonton, to Robertsbank Terminal in Delta, BC. The route largely following the footprint of the twinned Trans Mountain Pipeline. BC's North Coast tanker ban will remain in place, a small victory for the province's premier, who still doesn't support the project.
We are concerned about this pipeline project, and we also recognize the restricted world that we live in provincial jurisdiction.
Pembina Pipeline, a private company, is partnering with the Alberta government and the federally owned Trans Mountain Corporation for construction of the pipeline, a move experts say helps with the enormous price tag, estimated to be up to $43.7 billion.
This is an enormously expensive nation-building project, very difficult for any private proponent to accept it all on their balance sheet. And so, good to have their partnership, but this will obviously take a consortium that will involve the Alberta and federal governments as well.
Ottawa says the pipeline will open the country up to foreign markets, but energy analysts say the project doesn't come without risk.
How do you ensure that you actually get a return on the MOU pipe, right? If you get all of the 8 million barrels and you need all the pipe, that's great, but that's probably the most optimistic scenario.
The Prime Minister says consultations with First Nations will start right away. On the South Coast, apprehension from groups who fought against the previous Trans Mountain expansion.
Not if, but when this spill happens, the devastation is going to be all up and down Coast Salish territory. It's something that all Canadians should be worried about.
There's no official timeline on when this project will start, but if all goes as planned, it could break ground as early as next year. John Hernandez, CBC News, Vancouver.
9 days after a pair of earthquakes rocked Venezuela, doctors from all over the world are there caring for victims. Some of those physicians have returned to the country years after leaving. Jorge Barrera has more.
We ran into a group of doctors from Chile. They left for Chile 7, 10, 11 years ago, and we ran into them, and here's what one of them had to say about why they came.
Bien, aparte ya las primeras 72 horas, que era la época donde hubo muchos heridos, ya ahorita entramos en una época, fue una etapa más avanzada, ya se están sacando más que todo personas fallecidas, estamos tratando las personas crónicas ya. No es fácil estar aquí sentado atendiendo un paciente o una persona y que le diga que no tiene casi que sus familiares fallecieron.
Now they were set up at a plaza with this makeshift clinic, meeting people, giving out medicine, giving out advice, just taking care of people. And this was not too far from here. These are people who have been displaced, who've lost their homes. Their command center is actually at one of these centers that are taking in the displaced, and they are all over the place. And here in La Guaira, in Caracas, and the supplies are arriving primarily because Venezuelans are responding. This earthquake only hit a certain part of the country, this one probably being the hardest, but from other states, goods are coming, donations are coming, food is coming, and all these displacement, these camps for the displaced are getting donations, are getting supplies because Venezuelans have reacted in mass numbers to help their fellow citizens.
That was the CBC's Jorge Barrera reporting from Venezuela. Well, Canada has lost a beloved country music icon. Tommy Hunter, whose popular show aired for decades, has died at the age of 89. Magda Gabrisalasa takes a look at his life and legacy.
Won't you come to my own sweet darling?
Crowned Canada's country gentleman, Tommy Hunter spent decades on TV, radio, and performing on some of the world's biggest stages. Born and raised in London, Ontario, country music captured his heart early on.
Listening to country records, old-time fiddles and steel guitars, it's something that I have lived and breathed since I've been a little kid.
By about 9 years old, he was taking guitar lessons. Eventually, he was booking gigs. He was in a traveling play, and he landed on the radio. On TV for CBC, he was on Country Hoedown.
I tried so hard, my dear, to show that you're my every dream.
And he had a big hit with his own TV program. Here, Hunter came face to face with his many musical idols.
I grew up, with Hank Snow and Wilf Carter and Roy Acuff and Ernest Tubb and Eddie Arnold and Roy Rogers and Dale Evans. And they were all on our show. I was like a kid at a candy shop, and I had the best seat.
The star power was never ending, from Johnny Cash to Garth Brooks, Loretta Lynn to a young Shania Twain. Over the years, he's been honored in many ways. He's in the Canadian Country Music Hall of Fame. In the U.S., he's got a spot on the Country Music Hall of Fame's Walkway of Stars in Nashville. He's got 3 Junos and a Gemini, too.
And feel so helpless.
But in 1992, the curtain fell. The TV show was canceled after 27 years, breaking Hunter's heart.
I felt like I had failed, and that the whole thing, what did I do wrong?
He did get another chance at it in 2003, returning for a reunion special. For years, Hunter hit the road performing for his fans, but that all wrapped up in 2012 with one final show in his hometown.
Good night, everybody.
And now he leaves behind many loved ones and fans. Magda Gebre-Salessa, CBC News, Toronto.
For the first time ever, the Canadian men's national soccer team has advanced to the World Cup's round of 16. It will take on Morocco on Saturday in Houston, marking the team's biggest challenge yet at the tournament. Dale Manuktuk reports.
Every match during this World Cup run has been framed as the biggest one in the history of the men's national program, and tomorrow is no different. Head coach Jesse Marsh said so, and it is for a variety of reasons, not just for the team's ability to advance in this tournament, but for the legacy elements as well. Both he and defender Alistair Johnston were asked what they would think about 50 years from now when they were having beers with their friends, and Johnston said that he is thinking about the legacy impact, the cultural impact that this run could have in terms of integrating soccer into the Canadian identity, and head coach Jesse Marsh said he'll be the one buying the beers. Now, as for their matchup tomorrow with Morocco, this is a world-class side, one that eliminated Canada from the World Cup in 2022.
I've played against this Moroccan team before, obviously, in the last World Cup. And I've been trying to tell the guys is, look, play the game, not the occasion. It's going to be loud. There's going to be, noises that you didn't even know were possible to be made in a stadium that will be made. And it's going to be unbelievably tough just to focus out there. So just remember that, look, we're all in this together.
Johnston described the Moroccan side as a Goliath. Marsh said that they have no weaknesses. They are a world-class team with lots of top-quality players, so it is going to take a massive effort to defeat them.
The Canadian style of play is Canada are physical. They're relentless in terms of putting pressure on the ball. They're one of the fastest, most aggressive teams at this World Cup. The thing is, Morocco plays very much the same way.
Team Canada will be playing in front of thousands of fans tomorrow here at Houston Stadium. We know that the Voyageurs, the official fan support group, are here in town. They've been following Team Canada from Toronto to Vancouver to Los Angeles. Now they're here in Houston. Here's what the vice president had to say.
If we play the Canadian way, very aggressive on them, hit them very hard, stay focused, stay disciplined, I think we have a chance, and hopefully we can win this game.
Tomorrow's festivities will kick off with an early rally at 8 a.m. local time, and then the Voyageurs are going to march towards the stadium at 10 a.m. Dale Manuktuk, CBC News, Houston, Texas.
Love is in the air in Midtown Manhattan. Madison Square Garden is the rumored site of a wedding celebration for pop icon Taylor Swift and NFL star Travis Kelce. Chris Reyes has that story.
More than 100 NYPD officers, a massive tent, black tarps, and the arrivals of one tinted SUV after another. Apparently that's what it takes to throw a wedding celebration for Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. 1,000 guests, a who's who list of celebrities are expected to be partying inside Madison Square Garden until the wee hours of the morning. Though most of the details of this celebration have been cloaked in secrecy, there are plenty of signs it is happening if you look for it. Ground crews have been working for the last 2 days, unloading all sorts of equipment and party supplies. Last night, during the reported rehearsal dinner, Madison Square Garden was lit up in a lavender haze. The couple's besties were spotted heading to the venue, including Selena Gomez, Bradley Cooper, and Lena Dunham. While Swift's future mother-in-law was photographed arriving at LaGuardia Airport yesterday. Swifties hanging around the arena are thrilled for the couple, starting with one woman who traveled to New York all the way from Oregon.
When I found out that she was going to be doing something here, and the Easter eggs just kept dropping, I said, I want to be a part of that.
Whatever she and Travis want, we are behind it, and we're super happy it's here in New York City.
Yeah, no other place in New York City, the best place in the world.
I saw that there might have been a glimpse of a folder that somebody on the police force was carrying that said Taylor and Travis wedding, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it might actually be happening. This is so cool.
Getting any kind of glimpse of a wedding celebration will be very difficult with this venue, which is likely why this power couple chose it to begin with. Underground garages, VIP entrances, very few windows to peer through. And forget any aerials of the celebration. Madison Square Garden's roof is a concrete lid. Chris Reyes, CBC News, New York.
CBC Gem.
Yeah, I guess after all, folks saying it's too cold, winter, we're not getting summer. Summer said, okay, I'm here.
I've been seeing a lot of my counterparts in the U.S. With the heat wave happening there too, posting pics of like 6 months ago, we were buried in snow and freezing cold. And I mean, it's the contrast of winter and summer for sure, but the summer heat has been relentless the last day or two, and we will see some relief though as we move into Sunday. Quick look at our viewer picture of the day, and a beautiful spot any day, especially today, Clam Bay, and this was actually from a couple mornings ago.
Pretty.
Terrence McCauley with a beautiful sunrise shot, and yes, thanks to Terrence for that. Tomorrow, it is going to be another cooker across the province. High 20s, low 30s, feeling as we move into the afternoon with the humidex, feeling more like the low to mid 30s, even some high 30s where we do see that dew point really quite sticky. And there's Sunday, and noticeable relief. Onshore winds in the northeast will likely keep temperatures in the 16 to 18 range in those onshore winds, but 22 to 25 towards the south and west. And again, it's all about the mugginess, which is going to be crashing pretty dramatically Saturday night in through Sunday. And so, yes, that much welcomed air mass coming in. And you can see that timeline looking pretty good, that 7-day looking pretty good. Chance of showers for next Thursday. But yeah, we'll need a few showers by then.
Absolutely. Looks awesome. Well, Portugal punched its ticket to round 16 with a thrilling win over Croatia at the FIFA World Cup in Toronto. But take a look at this moment. Portugal fans in Toronto roar for Cristiano Ronaldo and his teammates outside their hotel. The superstar can be seen taking it all in from the balcony.
Ronaldo gave them plenty to remember, including a clutch score from the penalty spot to launch Portugal's comeback.
You think they're excited?
Yeah, unreal.
Yeah, that's amazing. All right, well, that is it for us tonight. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Have a great weekend.